What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wookie Whispers. This is episode 2. I'm your host, Gianni V, and today we have none other than Mr. Blue Mamba himself. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. I'm really excited to have you in here. We met guys for the first time in person in Orlando over the weekend, and it was a blast. I mean, we chatted a bunch. I would say via Instagram and stuff like that, and would support each other, through the, posting on lives and things like that. But we actually got to physically meet each other in person, and what a blast that was.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was super dope. We drove up. So I live in Florida, and I was able to drive up with Kyberphonic, and it's about a 3 hour drive for us. And we went straight to Disney Springs to meet you and your lovely girlfriend. And it was a blast.
Yeah, it was awesome. We were there past closing because they closed at 11. We were there till almost 1 a.m. We were just chilling in Disney Springs.
Oh, I know. I know. It was pretty cool. We got to meet the guys from Legion Sabers there, and those were a bunch of really cool dudes there.
Yeah,
Star Wars Theory showed up as well, and we just got to hang out, spin some lightsabers, talk life, talk shop, and I had a really, really good time. And just to meet, other creators that have been creating for a while, are really enjoying the things that we all enjoy, like mutually, which is kind of nice because a lot of people don't understand that creating creating content at home or wherever it is that you create content, it's kind of lonely and it's kind of a introverted thing because what are you doing? You're in your room, you close the door, right? And it's
hmm
just you and the camera. So it's very introverted.
yeah,
So then to be able to meet everybody, go out and kind of collectively get together, it's pretty dope because how often when you're in the streets, you get to talk Star Wars or anything like that. Like a lot of times people are wearing Star Wars shirts and merchandise, but they don't really get it the way that we get it, right?
hmm yeah. We're different.
Yeah, we're
we're a little different.
just a smidgen, just a
Yeah.
smidgen. So it was pretty good. It was surreal. It was a surreal moment, and I'm forever grateful. These are memories that I will take with me forever.
Yeah, for sure. I
So
mean, we're gonna talk about the weekend, more because you sent me some bullet points, and MegaCon is definitely on that list. But
for sure.
my favorite part of the weekend was just hanging out with everyone. I wish because we ran into each other Saturday. Saturday was wild. We ran into each other in the food court. I'm like, yo, and then we just didn't see each other. That was the last time we saw each other.
I
I
know.
wish I wish we had more time to chill for sure.
100%, 100%. Well, we'll definitely be able to make that happen. It was a crazy weekend, dude. It was a
Mm,
crazy weekend. I mean, Friday was amazing. It was enough space around to actually look at things, enjoy things. It was amazing. Saturday, dude, was a lot. I
it
don't
was
know.
hectic.
Yeah, it was hectic, and I wasn't a huge fan. The only thing is
No.
though that's when everything was going on, right? Like
Mhm.
that's when you know all the photo ops, the best panels, and stuff like that. So I think next time I'm gonna plan it a little bit different. Maybe go on a Thursday, Friday,
Yeah,
for like the
same.
shopping and the hanging out, and then on a Saturday just go specifically for those things, and then
Mhm.
like head out, go to like Disney or something like that because it was hectic. I heard guys, it was something around like 100 and something thousand people on
Yeah, it was
Saturday
over
alone.
100,000 for sure.
It's insane. It's insane. So if you're really trying to like enjoy and look at things and be able to see everything, I mean, you're packed in there like sardines. So, you know, something to keep in mind for next year. So I might do it a little bit different. Might do it a little bit different. Um, so we'll get into MegaCon again in a little bit. We had some breaking news drop that Gina Carano is actually suing Disney,
Yeah.
and Elon Musk is going to be basically fully backing her. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna crazy.
It's just out of left field, dude. Elon Musk.
Yeah, my man is wild. So I'm gonna actually pull up the article now. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's see here. Gina Carano sues Disney over Mandalorian firing with funding from Elon Musk. First of all, wild headline. I saw that and I was like, oh, we got to talk about this
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Now. So it says here, we'll just read a little bit of it, guys, because the article is quite long. But it says actress Gina Carano, best known for her role as Cara Dune on The Mandalorian, is suing Disney over her firing from the series, alleging discrimination and wrongful termination. Spotted first by The Hollywood Reporter, which also published the lawsuit in full, Corano's legal counsel filed a complaint in the United States District Court Central District of California today. Corano's Corano alleges that she was terminated by her role because she dared voice her own opinion on social media platforms and elsewhere. The former MMA fighter also published a statement on Twitter, or now known as X, in which she revealed that Elon Musk is funding the lawsuit, citing the tech entrepreneur's previous pledge to fund any legal action on X/Twitter's user who faced workplace discrimination because of their activity on the social media platform. In her statement, Carano claims her words were consistently twisted, demonized, and dehumanized me. Sorry, guys, as a alternate right wing extremist. It was a bullying smear campaign aimed at silencing, destroying, and making an example out of me. She also claims that her male co stars permitted to speak without harassment and re education courses or termination, but I was not afforded the same right to exercise my freedom of speech. That's pretty deep, guys.
Yeah.
So, guys, let us know in the chat what you guys think about that. Obviously, we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes with Disney. Disney is very tight-lipped when it comes to things like this. We do know that Disney has their views, and if you don't align with their views, then you don't fit their criteria. And I get it,
Mhm.
right? At the end of the day, it's a business and you want to keep a certain image and everything like that, so makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right, like, she's kind of got a point. So I don't know, as Americans we have freedom of speech, which is a beautiful
Right.
thing. So is Disney wrong for this? I'm really not sure, right? Like, I'm not into politics, so I don't really know all the ins and outs. So I don't really have a leg to stand on and have a real opinion on this. But what are your thoughts, Carter?
So I'm like you, I'm not a political person. I try to stay out of political talk, but like with this, agree or disagree with what she said. At this point, I kind of forgot what she said. Um,
Me
agree
too.
or disagree with what she said. I mean, it's her opinions, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can respect that or not respect that. But for her to basically lose her job, not only lose her job, but to lose, a potential show that she was going to star in, Rangers of the New Republic. I mean, that's a lot just for sharing an opinion. You know what I mean? Like it is completely unfair, and she does have a case. And personally, I hope she wins. I hope she wins it and successfully sues them, because like that's when it came out that she was fired. I mean, that was crazy, because she was a big part of season 2 and a pretty
Mm-hmm.
big part of season 1, and it was kind of weird not having her in season 3 almost. Like they just went,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, she's doing other things, she's out there doing other things." And I wish that they would have brought her back, because I had zero issue with her character. I thought her character was super interesting and super dope, you know what I mean? So, but
Mm-hmm.
at this point, if she's gonna sue, she's not gonna get her job back. But I mean, but I hope she wins it.
Yeah, I think that ship has definitely sailed. You're right. She's not coming back to Disney, so and she knows that, so she's like, you know what, screw it, let's go all out.
Mhm.
So I get that. In terms of because I don't remember what she said exactly, so I don't really have an opinion on that. It's been what a few years now at this point.
It's been almost like 3 or 4 years now since
Yeah,
this. Um, but what I do remember from it, it was taken out of, like, context, completely out of context.
yeah,
Um, and it was made to and people made, her to look like the worst person on earth. But, like, that's the thing, like, people don't look at the whole context of what she was saying, whatever that could have been. They just go on Twitter and they see everyone else talking about it and be like, "Oh, she's a terrible person," and be like, "Oh, then she must be a terrible person. I'm not gonna look at what she actually said. I'm just gonna believe this one person on social media," and then boom, she loses her job. Because
yep,
a lot of people just went to Twitter and be like, "Oh, they're saying that she's a terrible person," without knowing the context. "Oh, she must be a terrible person."
yeah, yeah. And that's the problem with the internet. Like, if you just believe the first thing you read, oh my goodness, then you're gonna be thrown into
Yeah.
left field because the internet is full of just all kinds of things that are just absolutely not true or has
Mhm.
pieces of truth, right? And then what happens is you're like, oh yeah, like I know this piece is true because of whatever. So the rest of everything else on this article or news story or whatever must be true. And that's actually
Right.
very false. So we'll see. It's a shame. I think just in regards of like the freedom of speech aspect of it, I hope
Mhm.
she wins because that's bullcrap,
Yeah.
just to lose your job over having an opinion. So now I'm sure that maybe her whatever she said might not align with exactly with my views, but just in like as a broad general statement, like if you have an opinion, you shouldn't be penalized for it.
Right.
Now, obviously, know your place at the same time too, right? Like,
Mhm.
don't bite the hand that is feeding you, right?
Right.
But at the same time, like if you have a strong belief for something, you should be able to stand up for that and speak your mind. But there is a time and a place, and there is a professional way of doing it. And I don't
Mhm.
think she actually went about it that way, you know. So you shouldn't just like you know, spill out your guts on Twitter or whatever. Maybe whoever it is, pull them to the side and have a conversation. There's definitely better ways of doing it, and
Yeah.
I don't know if the way that she went about it was probably the way that I would handle it, but that's neither here or there. We're here now,
Mhm.
right?
She at least should have gotten, like, a slap on the wrist or a talking to. Like, to lose your job is so extreme.
Yeah. Chris, we got the nerd dad in the building. Let's pull up his comment
Yo.
here. He says she definitely has a case, but it's definitely not an easy case to win. There's a good amount of variables with what she said that offended a lot of people. A very unfortunate situation. Yes, I agree. I agree. It's very unfortunate. It's just a hard one, man. And like I said earlier, it's a business, right? Disney's a
Mhm.
business, and
Yeah.
they want to keep their business in this perfect box. And I get
Mhm.
it. You know what I mean? Like as a YouTube channel and stuff like that, right? This is a small, tiny YouTube channel, but at the same time, like I want to be viewed a certain way. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I want to be viewed as a good person or whatever. I don't want to look as like a prick, you know? And
Yeah.
so when you start talking about Disney, right? Blue chip stock company, billions of dollars, right? They have a lot more standards
Yeah.
than I do. So I get it. I get it. But, this is America and there's freedom of speech. So there's got to be some sort of balance.
Mhm.
Chris, let's see what you got. What you got? Unfortunately, there's a part where she talked to Disney with some of her last posts when she did it again. It's tough. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dang, I didn't know Disney talked to her. See, like, I pretty much almost forgot about this whole situation because this was, like, 3, 4 years ago, like, it I just now remembered because of, they're bringing it back up because she's suing,
Yeah.
like, and like Chris said, like, it's gonna be tough. I feel like it's gonna be tough because Disney has the best lawyers, like, ever. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And, like, of course, us, Elon Musk backing her up. I mean, she's probably going to get good warriors too, but like, man, it's going to be hard. I hope she wins it for sure, but man, like what Chris said, it is going to be really tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain, dude. That's gonna be a pain. But that is what it is. I don't have much more to say on that. I just know that that's a sticky situation, and that
Hmm.
absolutely sucks. Absolutely
Yeah.
sucks. So, all right. So, as you guys know, we had some very, very unfortunate news come across. I believe I got it on Friday. It was
Yeah.
what was it? The first? Was it February 1st?
It happened. Yeah, I think it was the
I
first. So
think
it
it
happened
happened
on
the first, but we
and
found
then
out
we
on the
got the
second.
news on the second. Yeah.
All right. So guys, as you guys probably majority of you guys know, the late and great Carl Weathers is no longer with us. Um, man, I remember seeing this post, right?
Hmm.
I'm walking in MegaCon and I get a notification on my phone and it just says like a portrait of it just said like Carl Weathers. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like maybe something on, The Mandalorian and Grogu or something. So I just like
Yeah.
popped it open really quick just to kind of get a peek so I could just like kind of keep pushing. And unfortunately, he passed. And I read that news, and that that was tough. That was tough for me.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the
Yeah.
crowd, and my wife keeps walking, and I'm dead center in the middle of like hundreds of people, and I just like stop because it just kind of rocked me. I
Hmm.
didn't, I wasn't expecting that, and I didn't know. I don't know if he was sick or whatever. It says that in the article that he died in his sleep.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
think they've like fully confirmed,
mm-mm,
what, if he was sick or what. That's all we really know. Is like he passed away in his sleep. I
yeah,
got I was at a panel when I got the news. I was answering an Instagram message, and I go back to the main page and refreshes and it said posted 4 minutes ago Carl Weathers passed away, and I was like, there's no way that's real.
yeah,
I didn't believe it at first. I was like, there's no way that's real. And I showed it, and Jesse was sitting next to me, and so I showed it to him, and he was like, and he didn't believe it either. So he looked it up, and he was like, oh, it happened. So
yeah.
at that point, I was kind of in and out of listening to the panel because I was like, you know, I was shook.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And I guess I never realized how old he was. I mean, 76. He looks
Yeah.
great for 76.
Hmm.
My man looks amazing.
Yeah.
So he's always been like super fit and all that. So he walks around like nothing. And to see him, to see that he passed, it really got me. Because not only just was he Grief Karga to us, right? We're
It's
talking
Apollo
Apollo
Creed.
Creed, we're talking
Apollo Creed.
Chubbs
Hmm.
from Happy Gilmore. Oh man, it's it's a hard one, man. Like my favorite memory, I don't know if you have a favorite memory of him as Grief Karga, but it's in season 2 and he's like, "Yo, tell the baby do the magic hand thing,"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ah, I'm out of ideas."
Yeah.
And I don't know, just little special moments like that we'll
I
remember forever.
in season one when he was first introduced, and he's at that point where you kind of don't know if you trust his character or not, and
Mhm.
he kind of plays like that kind of character so well. You don't know if you can trust him, and then towards like I believe it was like episode 3 or 4, like all the bounty hunters attack Mando, but then at the end of the season, then he teams up. It was just kind of like but like at the end, you still are like, I don't know if we can still trust Grief Karga, but then he just played it super well. My favorite moment, it happened in season 3. Um, Not my favorite season, but I just love that that scene where all the Mandalorians are all together and Grief Karga just comes out of nowhere, and goes Mando. It's like, which one are you talking to, dude? There's so many of them just right here. That was my favorite. I
Yep.
love that one.
That's so
But
funny.
as Carl Weathers, like, as just an actor and, like, everything else, when I was scrolling through TikTok and people were posting all their tributes, I
Yeah.
watched the video and I teared up. It was the, "There Is No Tomorrow" speech from the Rocky movies that he did, and I was like, "Man."
Yeah.
I'm getting chills now just thinking about it. It's just like, "Man, dude." He's
Yeah.
and just, listening to him in interviews and, like, panels and stuff like that, he just seemed like, a great person, down to earth, everyone was sharing stories about him. It's just like he just seemed like like an incredible soul.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's been around for so many years. I mean, before we were born, you know?
Mhm.
So, it's even like that meme. I don't know if you remember it, but it's like his jacked arm and the other jacked arm, and they're just
Yeah, yeah,
holding.
from
It's just
Predator, yeah.
yeah, from Predator. Like there's just so
And
many
it
things that
and
he's
there
just been
and
in.
then, about that movie, like, when like, I don't know if you know, but Carl Weathers was a former NFL, linebacker turned
I didn't know
actor.
that.
Yeah, so, on the set of Predator, Arnold was kinda making that transition from athletics to actor, and he basically, like, Carl Weathers mentored him, and, like, Arnold was, like, very, like, how do I do this? Like, how do I go from being known as, like, an athlete
Mm,
to an actor like you? So, I mean, the Predator movie, and that I love that story because, it just shows that, he's there to help other people around to be better, you know?
mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he just seems like he's that kind of guy. You know, he just seems like he's just bigger than life. You
Mhm,
know, happy go lucky, just ready to just just being it all. I mean, he attributes a lot of like his new recent success to Star Wars, and he was just so happy to kind of like be back in Hollywood, and he
mhm,
was all about being Grief Karga and just being a part of it all. And you can tell he just genuinely loved, being in this
mhm,
role, and to see him go, I don't know, it just feels like there's like a piece and there's like a hole now in the Mandalorian,
mhm,
and in such a short period of time now, we've lost two people in Star Wars, right? We got Ray Stevenson gone,
mhm.
Balin, amazing character,
Yeah,
now gone. And then you've got Carl Weathers, Mr. Grief Karga, or Magistrate Grief Karga,
mhm,
and also gone. And he was one of those characters where when you when he's no longer on screen, and Mando's doing whatever Mando's doing, you don't think about him until he shows back up on screen and you're like, "Oh yeah, I missed you."
yeah,
He
mhm,
kind of had that draw, and we're not going to have that again. And so
yeah.
that sucks. That
And
sucks
even the
big time.
even the episodes that he directed were great. They were great
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he didn't just act. He was actually a
Mhm,
director in multiple episodes of The Mandalorian. So, I mean, he really put his stamp on Star Wars, and it's a shame, that he went. But I hope he went peacefully.
mhm.
And I'm glad that the time that we did have him in Star Wars, it was a great one, and I'm very appreciative of his time. Oh, yeah. And the other thing too, before we move on, is that last year he was at MegaCon,
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? I'll go get, I'll go get a photo with him next year. Didn't really feel like spending the money,
mhm,
and didn't have that opportunity again, so that
yeah,
sucks. Oh, actually,
yeah,
Kristen Nerd Dad, here, I'm gonna pull it up. Chris, kicking myself so hard for not meeting him at Celebration. Yeah, exactly. You just never know.
mhm,
They're here today and gone tomorrow, and it doesn't matter
right,
what age you are, and uh, it's terrible.
yeah.
Anything else from you for on that?
Nah, I
No.
pretty much,
Okay,
I don't got anything else, just, he will definitely be missed for sure.
for sure. Let's check out some of these comments. We got the bro. The bro to Lauren. What's up, Elvis? Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out.
What's up, dude?
We also got Kyber Phonic, the
Look at this guy.
legend, the
Look at this guy.
legend, calling us some jokers.
Yeah, jokers.
Austin Johnson, that's my brother. He's out in Texas. What's up, bro? Welcome.
What's up,
Welcome.
dude?
We know Chris the Nerd Dad is in here. We've pulled up a few of his things. Love you, brother. Biker Jedi, what's up, man? What you got? It says, sorry
What's
I
up, dude?
missed it on my way to Brazil. You didn't miss anything, man. We're going live right this second. Let's see. Oh, you said something else. May the force be with you. It was a pleasure to meet you guys at MegaCon. It was a pleasure. Thanks
sure.
thanks for hopping on, man. I hope you have some safe travels all the way to Brazil. I know that's going to be quite a hike. Be safe out there, and hope to talk to you soon. Oh, look who it is. Rebel Scum. That's the boy. So if you guys don't know, Rebel Scum is a clothing brand. They do clothes, tapestry, all kinds of different things. They do have a subscription service for $20 a month that does include shipping. They will send you an exclusive t-shirt for the month. I'm actually wearing right now the February shirt. I will stand up to show it to you.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So this is the Asajj
Nice.
Ventress shirt, and that is very timely. Oh, I think I just dropped something. 1 second.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
All right, we good. So
this is why we do it live.
This is why we do it live. So this is the Asajj Ventress shirt, and this is the shirt for February, and it is a timely shirt because in Bad Batch, Asajj Ventress is coming, and that's going to be insane.
Yeah.
So supposedly,
I got a lot of thoughts on that.
Yeah. So
I got a lot of thoughts on that.
Supposedly she's not dead. So I don't know a crazy amount about it. So I'll let you kind of expel more on that.
Oh, we can do it later.
You can do it later.
Yeah, we can do it later since you want to talk about Bad Batch later because I see your tab.
All right. We'll do that.
I see your tab. We'll talk about it later.
Cool. All right. So I got a question for you.
You got a donation, dude. You got a donation.
Ooh. Hey, Star Wars said Tony, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yes.
How was your birthday, by the way?
It was good, man. I did nothing. I stayed home.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. You just stay home.
I just stayed home, man. I stayed home and just chilled, dude. I went to brunch with the wife early in the morning. That was nice. We went to a place called First Watch. I don't know if you've ever been there. First Watch, no. It's a very nice like breakfast brunch spot. Awesome food, great juices. It's a little pricey. You know, it's like dinner prices, but you're getting great food. So we went to First Watch, and then what did I do? Came home, just kind of chilled. Honestly, you know what I did? I played a lot with a lightsaber that I got as a that Jesse hooked me up with.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, dude, all day I was just spinning it in my living room. I was like, yep. So I did that. And you know what? I planned for today's podcast. So yeah. So that was that's what I did, man, for my birthday. So that was a blast. But I appreciate you, Tony. That's such a blessing. Thank you so much. It was good hanging out with you this weekend. This past weekend, we had a blast, and I wish we would have gotten to hang out more. It was so crazy, you know, with all the people and running around and just. I think next MegaCon, I think we all need to create some sort of like group chat thing and agree on a meeting spot and a time and just like all like get together.
Bro, we went to the 501st area and I just see this guy just filming. I'm like, I recognize that beard. It's Tony. I was like, yo, Tony. And we just talked. We talked for like a few seconds. And dude, he disappeared, dude. He was like a Pokemon, bro. If you don't catch him, he is gone, dude. And you never see this man again.
Yeah, he's like the wind.
he's like, yo, what's up? And then he just disappears, bro. Never saw that man again.
So funny. So funny. My man's like a Wookie whisper. He's here now and he's gone tomorrow. Beard gang. That's it. That's
Beard
it.
gang, dude.
Oh
First, I didn't
man.
recognize him without the hat, and I went, yeah, I know. I recognized the beard, though. I recognized the beard.
Oh, for sure. The beard's legendary.
Yeah, that's what gives him the shiny. He just said it. That's what gives him that effect, man. He's a shiny Pokemon, bro.
That's it, dude. He's freaking. He's a mystical creature.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see here. All right. So yeah. So that was a blast. I appreciate you, Tony. That is a true blessing and a great birthday gift. I appreciate it. So let's to get the late and great Carl Weathers. May you rest in peace, brother. Thank you for all that you did for Star Wars and Hollywood in
Entertainment in
general.
general, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Hollywood in general. All right.
Mhm.
So I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
What was the first what first sparked your interest in Star Wars and how has it influenced your life?
So when I was about like 4, my older brother showed me a little movie called Attack of the Clones. That was
Okay.
that was the first Star Wars movie I watched, and what what got me as a kid was lightsabers, obviously,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
what really kind of drew me in was Anakin. I just thought he was the coolest character. He's like when they were doing the chase in Coruscant, he's just jumping from speeder to speeder. I was like, man, this guy's awesome.
For sure.
He's like zero fear, just going, man. And then Val Genocious, when
Mhm.
I as a kid, I thought it was more lightsabers than than it actually is.
Right.
But um yeah, that really got me hooked. And then Revenge of the Sith came out the next year,
Mhm.
and that was the first movie I saw in theaters. And what I remember from that is when Anakin's burning on the bank of Mustafar, my mom is like covering my eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I mean, Revenge of the Sith era, man, I remember that like it was yesterday. He had the video game. I have a few of the figures hanging on my wall above me. Um, the movie, the DVD. I mean, I watched the prequels kind of like over and over, and I thought that was it. Was just those 3 movies. I'm like, man, this is Star Wars, and they just never
Yeah.
finished it. But then, then later, when I was like 8 or 9, my grandfather was like, there are like 3 more Star Wars movies, like, and they're older, and it continues. I was like, no way. So he popped in the VHS tape, and I still have them, like the ones that he showed me originally. I still got them on my shelf somewhere, and
Really?
I watched all 3 of those, but episode 6 was the one I watched the most. 6 and 3 were the ones I watched the most as a kid, and still now, like if I'm wanting to watch a Star Wars movie, it's one of those movies.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean Revenge of the Sith is definitely my movie. In terms of like the George Lucas movies, Revenge of the
Hmm.
Sith is the one or Return of the Jedi. Those are kind of like interchangeable for me. Um, in terms of like for Disney, I would say it's going to be the Rogue One. And you know what movie is slept on? Dude,
Solo.
Solo. Dude,
Solo is
bro,
so
thank you.
slept on,
So
bro.
slept on.
I watched that not too long ago because my girlfriend's never seen Solo. And I was like, "So you've seen every Star Wars movie but Solo?" She was, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, you're not a true Star Wars fan till you watch the story of Han Solo. Let's turn that thing on." So we watched it, and she was actually like, because before she goes, "What's the point of having a Han Solo movie?" And I'm like, "We all asked that question when the movie was coming out." But then we watched it. She was that was actually surprisingly really good. And she
Yeah,
had questions about Darth Maul and everything because she didn't really watch the Clone Wars. And yeah, but Solo is just a fun movie.
100%, 100%. I was actually
Yeah.
watching it last night. Um, because I rotate through all the Star Wars movies, right? Like
Mhm.
I just start in timeline order and then I watch them through and I add the episodes as they come, like the shows,
Yeah.
and I just watch everything. And so Solo was next on my timeline order, and I was like, man, this is a damn good movie.
Mhm.
Like, why is it so slept on? And then I think it was the timing on when it was
It
released
was
and
a
all of
time it
that,
was released, yeah,
which is
after
bull
Last
crap.
Jedi. Yeah.
Which is so bullcrap. And then, because of that, now they're gonna basically punish us and not continue the story. Is that like what's going on here? Like,
I think they're doing a Lando movie to kinda continue it, but, um,
but is it gonna be
yeah,
the same storyline, like the Crimson Dawn situation?
I hope so. But you can't add in Han Solo because he can't know about Maul or the Force or anything like that. Because in Episode 4, he's like, who cares?
Right.
Who cares about that stuff?
Yeah, yeah. No, so you're right. So I don't know. I hope they get their crap together and they give us
Mhm.
a Solo 2. Make
The the
Solo 2 happen.
the funny thing about everything that went down with Solo, like, Rogue One and Solo had to tag a Star Wars story. Like, they
Mhm.
had a Star Wars story movies, like, planned out. So if Solo didn't do, like, in quotes, as bad as Disney thought it did, we would never have The Mandalorian now. We wouldn't have The Mandalorian, we wouldn't have, the Kenobi show, we wouldn't have the Book of Boba Fett. Probably should those probably should have been movies, but you know what I mean? We probably wouldn't have, like, the Mandoverse now if, Solo didn't fail, you know?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Hmm.
Because then they
Yeah.
would have the Boba Fett a Star Wars story. They would have made Kenobi a Star Wars story. It would just kept going. And those might have been better than what we have now. We will never know.
Yeah. I guess it's a mixed bag. It's kind of hard to know.
Mhm.
I wish I don't know, man. I can't wait for. Don't get it twisted. I love that Disney is doing Star Wars TV shows because we get more content more often. I
I
hate
miss going to the
waiting,
theaters. I
but I
miss
miss
going to the
going to the
theaters.
theaters. I
Yeah.
miss that cinematic, that theatrical like feeling of like, duh,
Dude, I
and just
felt
the
so
crawl.
good watching Return of the Jedi on the big screen.
I
I
went
felt
to, dude.
so good. I was like, "Yes." I
Yeah.
feel I feel refreshed. Even though I've seen this movie so many times, I feel refreshed.
Yep. Oh, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Let's check the comments because people are chatting it up. Let's see here. Kyber says, yeah, Han doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe in the Force.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what you're saying.
Maul
Maul
versus
versus
Vader, give it
Vader.
to me. Give it to me. I need that fight because Vader would kick his butt, dude.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
just
but he would.
it'd be the
He
best.
would. I really, but for real, I really want that fight because those are like two of my favorite Siths. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
and something about red lightsabers clashing against each other.
Mm,
Gosh, I just need that fight to happen.
yeah.
Animated or live action, preferably live action, but like I want it in some sort.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I think, so I was never a big like animated person, but I've been warming up to it.
Mhm.
Like Tales of the Jedi, psh,
Dude,
amazing,
banging,
banging.
banging. Yeah.
If the rest of the animation comes out like Tales of the Jedi, I'm all in.
Oh, yeah.
I really like Bad Batch as well. That's been that's
See,
been
I'm
rubbing off
like
on me.
I'm like,
Mid row,
on Bad
really,
Batch. Yeah, I mean, I
really.
didn't care for the first season. The second season, I was like, all right, it's getting better, and I'm really hoping that the third season just like hits it out the park.
Yeah, no, no, yeah. We'll see. I mean, with the Saw's Adventures and all that, we'll see what happens with Tech. Is Tech alive? I don't know.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Star Wars says, bro, give me Solo 2. I need Maul, Kira on Dathomir. Ooh,
Yes,
y-
yes.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely need that. Let's see here. Yo, Jesse, Chris, me, Elvis, Mamba, y'all going to ICC in October. It depends. for
Yeah.
me. I want to, and it's actually a really cheap flight for where I'm at because there's a airport in this area that I can get over there for like round trip for like under $100.
It's not
Um,
bad.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
And I've got like really, really, really close, like basically family,
Mhm.
best friends over there, and
I do too. That's
do
crazy.
you
I do
really?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it would be easy, but I've got some things going on that I'll be announcing soon, non YouTube related, just some like family cool things, and
Mhm.
so we'll see if I'm able to go. But I
Yeah.
want to. So we'll see. More to come. Luckily that's in October, so that gives me more time to kind of like figure out what's going on my end. So, but I'm definitely down. It looks like
Yeah.
Jesse is also down.
Yeah. I wanna
So
go, it's just, timing and everything. I I was that's what I was, talking to Katie about. I was like, "The next convention I wanna do is ICC Con." Like, if we don't do MegaCon, I was talking more like next year. Like, if we don't do MegaCon next year, that's where I wanna go to Nashville. I wanna go do that. Um, but I didn't even know it was in October this year, but that gives me a little bit more time to be like, "Oh, we'll see. We'll
yeah,
see."
yeah, for sure. I think because I'm definitely gonna have to pick and choose my battles this year
Mhm.
and like what I'm gonna be doing. So Um, I will definitely choose ICC over New York Comic Con. Um,
Yes,
so
because New York Comic Con is wild.
it's wild. Yep,
It's like MegaCon times 10.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I was just there at the last one, and it was insane. The one thing I will say though is that they get all the big vendors. Like, did you see the Gundam booth? How like dope that was?
No, I didn't even see that one.
You didn't see it, the big white booth with like no.
No, I don't think I saw
Oh,
that one, no.
oh, well, it's fire. But like they have all the brands are
Mhm.
there. Like so you get like the good stuff in terms of like
Yeah.
merch and like whatever. You get
Right, right,
like
right.
the really cool things straight from there. Like Marvel has an amazing booth.
That's where
Um,
I'll probably be hanging out. The
for
Marvel
sure.
booth. Yeah.
For sure. The Marvel's got an amazing booth. Like all the anime stuff, their booths are incredible. I
Mhm.
would say in terms of like presentation and like the people that are there, MegaCon can't freaking hold a candle, to it.
Yeah,
But MegaCon I feel like has at least this year had way better like guests and stuff. So,
for sure.
so it's pick your battles, but when I go to like Comic-Con and I go to MegaCon and all that, I'm not there for anime. I'm not there really. I love Marvel, but
Yeah.
like it's not my number one, you know what I mean? I'm there for Star
Mhm.
Wars stuff. So like 85% of the stuff that's there, I'm like not interested, not interested. Where's the Star Wars? You know?
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll definitely choose ICC over NYC Comic Con this year. And then we'll see. There might be another trip in September that I just got invited to in Orlando. So we'll
Oh,
see how that
shoot.
so we'll see how that
Oh,
goes.
shoot. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. So we'll see, we'll see. So definitely want to do that. And that's actually like cheap and close and
Yeah.
easy. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of things on my radar that I gotta kind of figure out.
It's like
Tony says
celebration,
it's
but
like
cheaper.
celebration but cheaper and less crowds. He's 1,000% going. He'll probably see me there for more than 5 seconds.
I'm gonna throw a master ball at you, dog. Once I see you do, I'm gonna chuck a master ball at you.
That's so funny. My gosh, you gotta catch him. Oh man. Let's see here. The bro. All the animation stuff is hype. Yeah, the new
Yeah, it
animation
is.
for me is fire. I watched all of Clone Wars and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I feel like for me, I just watched it just to like get the story because
Mhm.
we love Star Wars. But I'm such a live action guy, you know?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. And
Because that's how Star Wars started. So it's
100%.
probably like just your brain is like, I can't.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
But the thing that actually started to like change that for me was Tales of a Jedi.
Yeah,
I
it's a good series.
I absolutely loved it.
Hmm.
Loved it. I've rewatched it a bunch of times. It's so good. It's so
I
good.
mainly just
So,
watch Dooku's part just over and over.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
all of Dooku's stuff. I just watch that.
or they come out of
I'm
the
like,
barn.
yeah.
Oh, him and Qui-Gon.
Mhm. I'm like, I
Oh,
know Ahsoka's story. I want to watch the Dooku stuff right now.
yep, yep. Yeah, if we could get more Dooku stuff, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Hmm.
I would, you know what I would like to? I would like some more like Yoda stuff, like when he's young.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of, I mean, I know you don't read like the comics or like the novels or anything, but they're kind of doing that now in the books in the High Republic era.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Yoda's more of a, he's not a main player. He's more of a like, oh, we gotta go talk to Master Yoda about this. He's just a guy that you go to. He's not like the main character. But yeah,
Uh,
I would love to see like more younger Yoda stuff.
yeah. I want to see him out here just like crushing things.
Hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for that because we're getting Tales of Jedi season 2 this year. When do you think they're gonna release that? You think that's gonna be like a May 4th release or something like that? Or
Like when they dropped the show.
yeah, because May 4th this year is on a Saturday. So that doesn't really make sense for like a
No,
release, you
I
know?
think I think more so it'd be like a trailer. I
Ooh,
think it would be
that's
like a trailer.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, I like that. I like that. Let's see here. Nerd Dad, I'm 100% down. Already started looking for passes for celebrate. Nope, he's talking about ICC Con. Yep,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah, I gotta look. I know they are moving it. Last year they had it at this one location, and I think now they're bringing it back to like a hotel.
Hmm.
So
Well,
we'll
I
see
think it's
more of that.
growing. Like it's they're on their 6th year now. I could be
Yeah,
wrong, but I know they're like they're kind of newer comparatively, and they're slowly growing. That's what I heard. I could be completely wrong.
no, I think you're right. I think they're newer. They haven't been doing it as long, but dude, they're
Hmm.
getting like crazy good talent. Like last
Yeah.
year, they had like all the voice actors from I believe Rebels and stuff like that.
Yeah, they
Uncle
had a
Palp
whole
was
panel
there.
with the cast.
Yeah, insane, insane. So, that's definitely the place to be for Star Wars because it's all Star Wars.
Yeah.
Psh, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Chris is gonna need a roommate when he goes out there. Mamba, do Japan celebration next year.
Dude, I would love to go to Japan, not just because of celebration, just because I always wanted to go to Japan. But I am so broke. It's not even funny, especially after this weekend. I am so broke.
Dude,
But I
heavy
would
broke.
love to go, man. If someone wanted to pay for my entire trip, I would go in a heartbeat, dude. I would go so fast.
Dude, I know. Like I just got done signing the paperwork for a home for another house and so I'm super tapped right now.
Well, congrats, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it'll be our second house. And we are struggling. So we're on the struggle bus, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Tony says ICC over NYC. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever want to go to a New York Comic Con or even San Diego Comic Con for that matter.
Dude, I would love to go to San Diego Comic Con. Um, but dude, it's like a 6 hour flight.
I mean, that and just because, like, man, tons of people, tons of people. I
No,
mean,
I know.
I mean, there's a lot that happens. I mean, that's where they announce a lot of big stuff. Or I
100%.
mean, it used to be like the spot when they would announce like huge things and show like exclusive trailers and stuff like that. I don't know if they do that much anymore.
They
They
do.
probably
They
do.
do. No, they
They
do.
do.
And they also so they do all of like the drops of like what's going on, the new
Yeah.
trailers and all that. They don't do that at NYC. Anything clothes wise, like merchandise stuff too, they drop there first.
Mhm.
Like they get everything first. And so that's one of the
That's
things that's
crazy.
like dope as like content creators that
You can just pick that up and just boom, review video on whatever, you know.
100%. 100%. And so that's the one thing like why I would want to go to San Diego Comic-Con is for that reason. I was actually supposed to go this past year.
Mhm.
But I had to pick and choose. It was either that one or New York. I couldn't afford to like fly to both. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Do that like impossible
Yeah.
for my situation. You know, because we're talking hotel and just all the
Yeah.
things that come along with just being away from home. Couldn't do it. So, yep. Let's see here. Let's check the chat. Yeah, man, ICC is celebration vibes. Yeah, it was definitely celebration vibes. So ICC Con is actually where I met Tony for the first time, which is hilarious because we live like 2 hours away from each other in Florida, and we met all the way in Nashville.
That's funny.
Insane, makes no kind of sense, but you
I
know,
love how you and Jesse live next to each other. That makes me laugh.
me and Jesse live less than 10 minutes away, and it's only 10 minutes because there's a bridge in between us. It's
That's my
dumb.
favorite.
It's so
That
crazy.
is my favorite.
If I had a strong enough arm, and I can like throw across the river, I could probably hit his house. Yeah, yeah, that's insane. But you know, you just never know, man. Small world, dude.
On my way over now.
Yeah, he'll be here in 2 seconds. That's so funny. Let's see here. Kyber says might see Yoda in the Acolyte. That'd be dope.
I think it's possible. Who's to say not? It's 100% possible. That dude's
Yeah.
old.
Oh yeah, he's like 900 years old, dude. He is insanely old.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped about that. I mean, I'm really excited about seeing a Sith story. We don't really
Mhm.
have a lot of that, so I'm hoping that we get some. I said it last year on the podcast, not last year, excuse me, last episode on the podcast. I want some new characters. I want to
Yeah.
see, you know, some new stories. You know, it's one of the things that I love so much is with the Mandalorian is that you know I was talking about it last week with Tony is that there's nothing that was tied to anything, so they got to really just play freely, and I feel like they have the opportunity with the Acolyte to do this.
Mhm.
So, you know, they can really like explore and we will have no expectations, so we could just fully dive in. So,
Right.
I want new characters to fall in love with like the Grief Karga, you know,
Mhm.
new guys like that or you know, Mando or Balin and Shin, you know, all these new characters that we just wanted absolutely more of them. I want more of that. And because, you know, we have a bunch of like, you know, obviously the legacy characters and stuff like that. So we could get some new characters and some new like spice and flavor back into Star
Mhm.
Wars. Like when we got Mandalorian and that thing blew up and he was everywhere. If we could do that again and really just ignite that spark again, be awesome.
Yeah. I think I think the Acolyte's gonna be really interesting. When we were at a panel, we were at a comic book writers panel named Charles Soule. And he's like one of the
This
head
weekend?
guys. Yeah, this
Okay.
past weekend, and he's like one of the head guys when it comes to the High Republic in terms of like comics and novels and everything like that. And he
Mm.
said that he's seen most of the not the High Republic, most of Acolyte. And dude, he was this close from dropping the release date. He was that close. He's like, it's going to come out, and then he stopped and he went, I don't think I can
Oh.
say it. I was
Oh
like, man, he
no.
almost did it. Ah, we got that close to a scoop.
He almost slipped, dude.
You almost slipped. I was like, oh man. But I bet it's
Damn.
gonna be later this year. Just the way he
Yeah.
was talking about it, I'm like, it's probably gonna be later this year.
Uh man.
It'll
Can't
probably be like September. So hopefully, we're we're together. We're together when Acolyte drops. That'd be
that'd
sick.
be dope. Yeah, because I think we're getting Bad Batch in February. We'll
Yeah.
probably
It's very
get.
soon too. It's like it's crazy. They
Yep.
dropped the trailer like last week and they're like, "Hey, it's coming at the end of the month."
Right. No, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're getting oh, hold on. One
Oh,
second.
dang.
No,
Oh
you're good.
no.
One second.
Oh no. This is why we do it
Technical
live.
difficulties.
This is why we do it live, people. Because if we were pre-recording this would have gotten cut out and it wouldn't be as entertaining as it is now. Technical difficulties. I guess I'll take over. But I don't know how to take over because he had a thought. Oh, and he's gone. He disappeared. He's back.
I'm back.
All right,
Let
dude.
me.
Don't hey guys. Don't tell him what I was saying about him.
Oh no. I'm back and I'm ready in action. All right. No, I don't know what happened. The camera had a mini heart attack. So let's see here. Da, 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 da.
It's crazy thing about lives too. No matter how much you prepare, it's like
I know.
something's gonna happen.
Actually, so if you want, let's see here. So over the weekend, Star Wars, they got a bunch of awards. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Yeah.
You saw that? So
Yeah.
I didn't even know what a Saturn award was until until I saw this. So I'm gonna pull up the article really quick here. Boom, boom. There it is. All right. So it is. Boom. All right. So it looks like, where'd he go? There we go. So it looks like Andor won Best New Genre Series,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
I know. Bricks
Because
and screws, dude.
yeah, I mean, I like Andor, like in terms of like cinematically, I think it's
Yeah.
dope, and I think the writing is cool and all
Mm-hmm.
that. But man, I was bored.
I was so bored. My biggest frustration was Andor is that it looked so good. It was so like gritty and grounded, and it just felt like the world of Star Wars. And
Yep.
then you had Kenobi,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt like very low budget. And I'm like, why are like that's what frustrated me is like, why is Andor getting all like big budget, big cinematic, big all of this like
Yep.
hour long bajillion episodes, and then we get Kenobi with like 30-minute episodes, and there are like six of them. Come on, man. That's what frustrated me the most about Andor. But Andor as a show, I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care.
No.
I could care less about the Rebel Alliance. We've gotten so much of them. I don't care. Let's get a show of just about the Empire, about someone in the Empire who doesn't turn to the Rebel Alliance, who stays a part of the Empire. I want that story. I want a story about TIE fighter pilots.
I
I want
agree.
like a whole show just around that. Anyway, they won awards. I'm glad for them.
I mean, it's still good for us. So
Still good for. I'm glad they won awards, dude. But I that's my Andor rant. All right.
no, I totally get it. Totally get it. Yeah, and we're getting like Andor 2, which is just wrapped up.
hmm
Um, just wrapped up in filming. So I mean that's cool, but I'm not like really pumped about that. So
Yeah.
it is what it is there. Bad Batch got the award for best animated series for a Saturn Award,
Crazy.
which is crazy.
Who are the other nominees for that one?
Let's find out. Let's see here. Let's see if it tells us. The other nominees. Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say. Andor. Let's see here. Star Trek. Nope. All right. Mm-mm. No, it doesn't say.
Wow, Andor beat The Last of Us. That's crazy. Okay, I see it. Over Chainsaw Man, Gremlins, Harley Quinn, My Adventures with Superman. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. I guess that's okay. It's crazy that Andor beat The Last of Us and even Wednesday, because those were two like very popular shows
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
insane.
I'm surprised Andor beat them. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it
I mean, good
didn't beat
because
us. It didn't beat it in the Star Wars fans' heart.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So that's dope. Jedi Survivor. Haas and Barton wins a Grammy for the music score,
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
which is crazy.
That's awesome.
And I'm not a big video game person anymore. Those days have come and gone for me, but hey, I'm all for it, dude. All for it. So that's dope. To be honest, guys, I didn't even know what a Saturn Award was, so I had to look it up. It's an award show basically for sci-fi, fantasy, and horror.
Does
Um,
the trophy look like Saturn?
I think it does look like Saturn. You know what? Let's see if we can pull it up. Let's see here. Saturn Award. Yeah, I think it looks like. Let me see. It looks like this.
That is awesome. I love
That's.
it.
Let's see if.
I love
I,
it so much.
I wonder if it's like gold or something. Let's see.
Nah, dude,
Uh,
it's just black. It's just.
I hope it's not just black. That'd be
Oh no, it
terrible.
is gold. You're right. It is
Is
gold.
it? Yeah,
Yeah,
there it is.
that's hilarious. I love it.
That's such a sci-fi thing. That's insane. Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
Let me
Well, I'm glad that Star Wars took home some hardware,
yeah, yeah.
even though I disagree with Andor winning, but that's good. Good for Star Wars, dude.
No, for sure.
good,
For
good for
sure.
Star Wars, man.
So let's I'm going to go grab some of my pickups.
Oh, dude, I got mine right here.
Yep. So let me go grab I forgot one of them. So let me go get it and give me 2 seconds.
All right.
All right. Entertain the
I,
crew.
I, I I will. I
All
will.
right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wait to show my pickups, but let's just say your boy will never financially recover from this weekend. I spent more money than I intended to. Yeah. And most of the stuff that I got wasn't Star Wars, so this is gonna be very off topic. I posted a lot of it on his camera's moving. What? He's got one of those cameras that moves. That's crazy. Or is it just trying to focus? Oh, it's just trying to focus. I thought it was like doing hitting one of these. No, it's just focusing. All right. That was my ADHD going in there. He's back. He knocked his light down. Yeah, my stuff is gonna be very off topic. Let's watch him fix his light, everyone. He's back. Dude,
My
when you were
camera's
gone,
moving. I heard you.
yeah, you heard me say. I was like, his camera's moving because, like, dude, Elvis has his camera where it, like follows his face. So I thought it was trying to focus in on the Vader behind you and trying to
Oh,
like, but no, it was just focusing. I was like, oh my gosh, his camera's moving.
so funny. So funny. Um so okay. So what you get?
Okay, so, like I was telling them, I'll show the Star Wars things off first. But as I was telling them, my stuff is so off topic. Like,
Wow, it's
it's
cool.
it's completely off topic. But
Totally cool because I didn't pick up
um,
much.
I'm a huge like comic book fan,
Talk
like
to me. What you got? So
massive comic book fan. So I picked up Star Wars issue 1 from 77. This is like one of my grails, mainly
mm,
because the cover is like super super iconic. Like if you don't know comic books, that's fine. You've probably seen this cover though. Like it's incredibly iconic. Um and then I got a few books signed. I got 3 books signed. So I got my Vader issue 1 signed by the writer Charles Soule, mentioned him earlier.
fire.
One of my favorite Star Wars comic writers.
I actually
Then
have that.
you got that one?
I think so. Let me see it again. No. Maybe I have one of the ones part of that series.
Yeah, it's such a good series. One of my favorites. Then I got Star Wars issue, which one? 26? 26, signed by the cover artist.
Is that Luke? Supposed to be
Yep,
Luke?
with a Temple Guard lightsaber.
Why?
So when he lost his saber in Empire, he had to go and find a new one. So he went to a Jedi temple and found a Temple Guard saber. So he started using a yellow one. And it was going to be one of my questions for him during the panel, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's a callback to the old 1977 Kenner toy where the Luke figure had a yellow saber. I feel
Yeah.
like that's dude, Luke is low key swagging with that yellow saber. I'm like, dang, it looks clean with him. And then I got my Star Wars 2015 issue one signed by the writer as well.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, that was sick. And it was that one was kind of a funny interaction because the guy in front of me was like talking to him for like 15 minutes.
Really?
And yeah, and he was taking a lot of his time. And then he goes, all right, well, there's a line. I mean, I gotta do these guys next. And so that dude left, and then I had him sign my comic, and then I was like, dude, I love the way you wrote Vader in this. I love the whole storyline. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I really do appreciate you. And he laughed at that because that dude in front of me, he's like, dude, get this guy away from this table. It was so funny. And then, yeah, so that does it for, well, I got some more Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
I posted them on the Instas, but
Heck
I
yeah.
met my godfather, uh, Tamora Morrison, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, and a million more on the way. Then I
How was
met
he in
my uncle.
person?
Huh?
How was he in person? I know it's quick, but like how was
Yeah,
he?
he was cool. He was really
Yeah.
cool. And then I met my uncle, uh, Ewan McGregor.
Dude,
He shook my hand.
I didn't know we were family.
Yeah,
I
dude.
met
And Hayden's my dad.
No.
Yeah, dude. And it took me 4 hours, but I met my dad for the second time.
Crazy.
So that's it for all my Star Wars stuff, and then
That's
we
it.
move on to my Daredevil. This
Ooh.
was an artist commissioned by Frank Cho.
Heck yeah.
Um, this was a pretty penny, but completely worth it. Um, super super sick.
Hell yeah.
This one was an epic find. This is a 1964
Ooh.
Daredevil issue number 5. Very very early Daredevil was the first appearance of this guy right here, the Masked Matador. That was awesome.
Sick.
Yeah, that was also a pretty penny as well. Um, Daredevil 111, first appearance of Silver Samurai.
Cool.
Really cool. There we go. Daredevil issue 131, first appearance of Bullseye. This was like one of the main reasons where I was like, oh, if I don't find first appearance of Bullseye, I'm gonna be so upset.
And you found it.
I found 3 of them, so I chose the one that was cheapest.
Oh, okay. Because the
Yeah.
condition was all pretty similar.
Yeah. And that one was not as good. And then there's
Oh,
this
okay.
one. There's nothing really significant about this one. I just think the cover is really cool.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
pretty
it was
dope.
like $4. That's the only one where I'll share the price tag.
My
And then
goodness.
there is this one, super iconic Daredevil cover where him and Punisher met for the first time. And it's a Frank Miller cover as well. So
Wild.
that was a really cool pickup. And that was all my pickups from MegaCon.
Yeah, because we won't talk about the price, but you dropped the bag.
I saved up a lot of money and I spent it all and then some.
Yep. Yeah, you really went all in. Went
Yeah.
all in.
I
But
had a
hey,
goal in mind. Dude, Jesse was watching me the whole time and he saw me pull out this list. It was my shopping list. It was let me see if I can I looked at it earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I pulled out a whole shopping list. And I was like
damn.
just going through it. I had a whole list of
Yeah.
stuff.
You know what you were looking for.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. So I only picked up 2 things.
Oh man, you probably
So
should have gone first.
no. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Because I'm broke. But so I met our uncle.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. And you got
Yeah,
one of the nice frames too. There you
yeah.
go. That's
Got it.
awesome.
Got it framed. I've got my uncle Anakin and my father Obi-Wan.
Dude, and we're
Uh,
cousins.
we're cousins, dude. It's
Can't y'all
crazy.
tell?
I know.
can't y'all tell?
Insane. And then I got this really dope poster of there it is. Of the Empire Strikes Back. It's huge. Let's see if I can get it in frame.
Oh, dude, which one? Which one is that? Is that the Japanese one?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so sick.
Trying to get this in the there we go. It's so dope.
That is so cool.
I absolutely love this thing.
That's awesome. The only
So,
foreign Star Wars poster I have is this one back here, and it's the New Hope Special Edition in German.
ooh,
Yeah, and it
that's
doesn't
cool.
it doesn't fit the frame here because it's a different size that you can only get in Germany.
Interesting. So you'd have to
Yeah,
go and get it like custom.
yeah, but it's fine in the frame that's in now. I'm just gonna have to get some black poster to go behind it so you don't see an ugly white bar under it.
Yeah, yeah. Or what you could do is get like a so you have like that white the white bar you're talking about.
Right.
Get like a black piece of like paper, put it behind the poster.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing.
Perfect. Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
Do that.
just so I don't have
So,
to like spend the money for a new frame. Plus, I already got that
yeah.
one. And the funny thing is, like the original poster that was in here, it was an album poster. And when I was taking that one out, I noticed that I had the iconic Star Wars poster of the first six movies. You know the poster I'm talking about. It has like the first characters from the first six movies. They're
Yeah.
all there. It's all like it's the most iconic Star Wars poster ever. And I'm like, I had this the whole time, and it just I didn't even know about it.
100%. Let's see here. Tony says damn fire poster and the Daredevil comics. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean
dude.
Daredevil's is classic. Can't go wrong.
When I got back home,
Yeah.
I went to my shop that I work at and I just picked up more comics. I have an addiction. It's
Oh my god.
I have an
Bro,
addiction.
thanks for hopping on, man. We appreciate you and we will see you next time.
Later, dude.
Later, brother. And oh, you type Sith. I appreciate you jumping on also, brother. You have a good night. And yeah, finish watching in the morning and let us know what you think. But yeah, dude, yeah, crazy pickups. I mean, you definitely have an addiction.
I do.
You definitely have an addiction, but it's okay. But
It's
it's
fine.
okay. Oh man. All right. So, one last cuz we've been on for over an hour now.
Yeah.
So, one last question for you.
Okay.
If you could be any character in Star Wars universe, who would you choose and why?
I put it in the chat last week and I'm gonna stick with it. But
Okay.
Anakin before Mustafar.
Before burn.
Um
That's right.
yeah, before pre-burn.
Free burn.
Now, if you say that, okay, well, inevitable, you're going to become Vader at some point, fine, and I'll become Vader. I just think Anakin Vader, my favorite Star Wars character, 100%. He's the chosen one. He has Padme. What else do you need, dude? Like, he
Truth.
before Palpatine manipulated him, he had a pretty good life. Not the greatest, but like, he had a pretty decent life.
Yeah. No, he
Not the
did.
greatest though. He had his moments,
You know.
but all in all, I mean, he was known as the hero of the Republic. He was very fearless. He was a commanding general at like age 22, 23. He was on the council at a very young age. He wasn't master, but he was still on the council at a super young age. Like, come on. It just sounds really dope to be Anakin.
Yeah. Hmm. Pop, welcome to the channel. Excuse me. Welcome to the live podcast. Appreciate you
What's
coming in,
up, dude?
Ricky. It was good meeting you this weekend. Had a blast, man. I wish we could have gotten to hang out a lot more. it would have been awesome. But it's not the last time. We will definitely see each other again. So I look forward to that. So thanks for hopping on. For me, man, I think last week I chose Obi-Wan. Um,
Oh, you're
and
gonna
then
go.
I
You're gonna choose different.
I keep going back and forth. So like my other one was like, "Yo, I'm gonna choose Revan." But have you ever read the Revan book?
Dude, Revan is top 5 favorite characters for me. I
He's
had
a
hold on. You're about to
yeah,
see my PJ pants, bro, but like
it's all good. Captain America.
you better believe it, dude. About to show off some Sainers real quick. But like, yeah, one of my favorites.
Hell
Revan
yeah.
Sabers. Yeah.
Oh, hold on, wait. Uh,
And then
I'm dropping stuff.
there you go.
Bam.
Bam. I mean, this
Yeah.
isn't Revan's mask, but it's still Old Republic. Bam.
Yeah, that's the Nihilus.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I love Revan. But I would say that the only thing is like Obi-Wan, a lot of pain, a lot of struggle throughout his life. And then Revan the same way. The way that book ends, man, if you guys haven't read that book,
It
I
is
think
so sad.
it's so sad.
Do you I don't want to spoil it. We can talk about it like when we're not on here, but do you
Yeah.
know what happens after the book?
No.
Oh, dude, we'll talk about it. I don't want to spoil it for people who don't know and haven't
Okay.
read the book.
Yeah.
Um, but dude, it gets crazier.
Because the book ends in like he gets old and he's like locked up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But like
So,
but something happens after that and it's crazy.
oh, all right. We'll
Yeah.
talk offline. We won't
Yeah,
spoil it.
is crazy.
And where do they show this? Is it in a comic
It's
or?
it's in it's in a video game.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Interesting. Okay. So we'll have to
Yeah.
see, we'll have to see that. But yeah, so it's either Obi-Wan or Darth Revan, and it's both pain and heartache. So I'm like, man, like let me get a happy character.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard in the Star Wars universe, dude.
It is. It is.
Everyone becomes like they go through hardships or they become the worst version of themselves.
100%. 100%. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna. I don't know.
I say go with Revan, dude.
Just go
But
with
actually,
Revan.
maybe not Revan because then you're constantly being lied to and
True.
manipulated, and your memories being wiped twice, and your brain is just constantly malfunctioning.
Yeah. Uh, but then if you're
you
Obi Wan, you're just like in the desert alone
yeah.
for years. That's in solitude. You know, you can't even
Yeah.
say what's up to Luke. You're just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna hide over here in these rocks.
But that'd be the introvert part of you.
True.
Just
Just be in
chilling,
the
you know?
cave making like
Yeah.
YouTube videos on Tatooine.
Yeah, just chilling.
I have my own
I mean, it
channel.
kinda like the world sucks, and then you'd be like, I'm chilling in my desert right now, in my little hut."
I'll be like, yeah, welcome to the Ben K YouTube channel. Craziness, craziness. But that is it for me. Do you have anything else?
Um, not really. I
Not really.
mean I know we talked a lot about MegaCon, so we didn't
We
get a
did.
chance to talk about, like, Bad Batch coming up.
Oh, well, we did talk about it.
We talked about it a little bit, but my thoughts on Bad Batch
Take your
and
time.
and Ventress returning. It's very I don't want to say like I don't know what the correct word is, but a lot of people are throwing around retconning the books.
Mm-hmm.
What I have learned when reading the books and reading the comics, as Dave Filoni states, they are considered and always has been considered fun ideas and not part of canon.
Correct.
So I feel like if you want to say like, oh, but Dark Disciples is canon, all right, then this is a term of retconning. But if you're like me, who's like Yeah, no, they're just fun ideas. They're just like stories at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
this is like kind of a new thing or taking ideas and inspiration from the book. But in interviews they've had said it's going to follow up with the book, which cool, I guess. But you can retcon it if you want. I mean, they retconned the comics and Boba Fett by
Yeah.
pulling out Yoda's lightsaber, and I
100%.
killed that almost. I killed everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with the books, the EU, the expanded
hmm
universe, they're in my opinion, they're not canon.
Yeah.
Anything live action, anything that's made it to TV is what's canon.
hmm
And then they will take whatever's from the books that makes sense to add to the live action, whether that's live action or cartoon animated, whatever that may
Right.
be. Um, to make that whatever that makes it, then that becomes canon. So for me, with Ventress being alive in Bad Batch, I'm like, I'm good with it, like, because the book was never canon to me,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
I never really read the book in full,
Me
so
neither,
it's
so it
not
doesn't really
it's
make a
not a
difference.
it's not a crazy change for me. I'm like, oh, cool, so we're gonna see that, and then they're like, no, it's gonna follow the book a little bit. I'm like, doesn't have to.
Right.
Doesn't have to. Y'all can slap the Legends tagline on all of your books, like,
Yep.
because that's just how he sees them now. Because they're just fun ideas.
100%. 100%. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. um but that's it, guys. Blue Mamba, where can they find you so they can start
Um,
following you and stuff?
You can find me. My YouTube channel is called Blue Mamba. If you search up Blue Mamba lightsaber, I should be the first thing to pop up. If you just search Blue Mamba, you're probably going to get a car channel or some gamer kid. But just type in Blue Mamba lightsaber. I should pop up. On Instagram, though, it's underscore Blue Mamba underscore. I got a lot of dope things coming out. I have an audio comic coming out going over Thrawn Alliances issue 1.
Nice.
Then I'm getting back into the fonts this week because I've been slacking and I want
Mm.
to put something out for the to start the year off strong. So don't know when that's going to come out, but it will eventually.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, you also make lightsaber fonts.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, but you said an
Yeah.
audio comic.
Yeah, the audio comic is coming out hopefully next week, and then I'm going to get back into the lightsaber fonts sometime this week and work on that.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'll have that, guys, linked at the bottom of this video. So just go into the description, and all his stuff should be already there actually at this moment.
Oh,
So
sweet.
that's it. And guys, don't forget, this is Wookie Whispers. We will be going live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. But this channel is not just a podcast and Wookie Whispers. We also do lightsaber reviews, helmet reviews, Legos, anything Star Wars merchandise. I review it on this channel. And the Wookie Whispers podcast is just a new addition to the Gianni V channel. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. We also both will be, on Instagram. We are very active. So to go follow us on there. But that's it, guys. We appreciate you. This is episode 2 of Wookie Whispers. Blue Mamba, I appreciate you coming on.
Of
And
course, dude.
everybody, may the force be with you.
One.